What is up, everybody? It's October, so obviously, it's getting pretty scary outside. It's that time of year, and we figured we'd get into the Halloween spirit and do our list of top 10 horrifying parts in non-horror games. Now, some of these may include spoilers, so fair warning, spoiler alerts are abound. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption definitely was not a horror game, and it had some pretty horrifying moments. The main one that gave me the willies was the GFS Valhalla. It's just a derelict ship, and, there's creatures all over the place. The ship is dead. It's more or less like a Dead Space type atmosphere in a Metroid game. It was so just outrageous and creepy, and there's the baby Metroid hatchlings floating around. While they are adorable, they're very deadly. And the Metroid hatcher is just inside the ship and fights you at the end. It was just very unsettling. The music especially really helps create the unsettling atmosphere of the just dead ship.
And I don't know what it is about flickering lights, but it had that too.
Flickering lights, fire.
Just everything was wrecked.
Yeah.
Metroid's usually pretty tense, but that was just creepy.
Sneaking in at number 9, we have Gray Fox's, or Cyborg Ninjas, whatever you want to call him, Hallway Massacre from the original Metal Gear Solid. That was just ridiculous. I mean, you're ready to sneak through this hallway full of people, and all of a sudden you see them getting slammed against walls, getting slashed up, blood splattering everywhere. One dude got sliced in half. It was ridiculous, and it was invisible for whatever the thing was. You didn't know at the time. You had no clue. Yeah. It was invisible at the time. There was no hint.
Just this ghost murdering everybody.
There was no hint of this ninja ghost creature's presence through the entire game up till this point. It was just getting slammed into walls, the metal's denting in, and walking automatic fire like it's nothing.
Plus, before you even go in the hallway, he's jamming your signal, so you hear him doing this weird whisper gibberish over your comms, and it's very creepy.
Now, the Pokemon games have always had some creepy parts in them, like some of the Pokedex entries, but nothing has stood out as much to me as the Ghost Girl from X and Y. Mostly because I came across that by accident. It was 2 days after the game came out, so I went on Google trying to find out what is up with this Ghost Girl that doesn't move, and tells me I'm not the one. And
it's so creepy. Her cover is just so unsettling to watch.
I know it is. And that one scared me as an adult.
Yeah.
That's why it just... Nah.
Yeah.
And not being able to find anything on Google really added to the scary to me.
Yeah, for a while we thought he actually had one of those, rumored cursed cartridges from Red and Blue. We thought they shipped another one out for X and Y. Yeah, there's really... She's so creepy.
In a game for kids.
A scary moment does not always have to be something supernatural or deadly, but in this case, it's both, and it's horrifying. Because the Krill from Gears of War is easily one of the most, it's so scary. The Krill is just this swarm of, weird insect bat things that live underground and literally tear you to shreds the instant you step in the darkness. They are killed by ultraviolet light, which is good, but
very good.
Not at nighttime when you're in the Krill capital, apparently.
And it's not good when you're manning the spotlight either.
Yeah, not to mention, you're getting chased by millions of Krill in this junky car that is so junky, the spotlight can work, but the engine won't work.
Yeah.
Like,
I forgot about that.
The worst design that led to the scariest moments in the Gears of War franchise. That Krill was horrifying.
Yeah, and even like 2 or 3 games later, I still would get like nervous stepping into the shadows.
And they even tore the Locusts apart.
Yeah.
Like,
they have no alliance.
There's no alliance
except
at all.
to Rom.
Yeah, General Rom tamed them. But other than that, and made them immune to sunlight somehow. But other than that, the Krill have no allegiance. They have no leader. If you're in the darkness, you're dead.
When we were kids playing games, one of the scariest things that we encountered was the ghost houses in Super Mario World. Just the eerie music, the variety of boos in there.
Dead baby Yoshis.
Yeah, the dead baby Yoshis. Like
one ghost for every Yoshi flung off the cliff from your selfish jumping.
The green bubbles that come after you, and just everything is so odd in
The
that.
Lakitu with the flame. Just
Yeah, not to mention the ghost houses were always one of the most challenging levels of like each world you went to. So that added another element of fear to it, that it was hard.
And you had to keep going back because most of them had 2 exits.
Yeah.
I would never be
Minimum.
more relieved to be done with a level than with a ghost house. It was so intense, and I'm glad that the boos didn't have their creepy little cackle like they do these days, because that would have just drove me over the edge. Like, the boos have always been scary, but this was ridiculous. Even in the most glorious and beautiful game ever made, Chrono Trigger, there was scary moments. Now, up to this point, it was just mostly a pretty fun adventure. 600 AD was kind of darker than what we were used to by this point, fighting skeletons and people dying and all that, but nothing was as scary as Magus's castle.
Yeah. It's just the pan up at the beginning. You see the swarm of bats, and then this dragon statue on top of the castle with the moon in the background was very spooky. Like, you enter it and it's dead silent with that one bat following you. That had been following you through the magic cave.
Yeah, and then you just come across all the ghosts and memories and...
Yeah.
People you've encountered.
Yeah.
Mother, Chrono's mother.
Yeah.
And they're just getting onto you children that want to play. No, I don't want to play Ghost Child.
And then you hit that save point.
Yeah, you thought you were safe.
And then the creepy music starts playing with that weird laugh in the background, and Ozzy shows up. And
Ozzy / Flea. It just,
I mean, Ozzy straight up has like a guillotine, like treadmill trap. Like,
And then you have to scale the tower at the end, getting the Magus, and all the bats are chasing you, and it's just... It was a superbly done castle that completely changed the tone of the game.
now, there are some games you think, oh, this is a happy-go-lucky game. It won't have anything scary in it. That could never happen. In the case of Skyward Sword, you are completely wrong. Because, like, I mean, Legend of Zelda is no stranger to having creepy moments in games. I mean, Majora's Mask is one giant creepy moment.
Yeah.
But the Guardians from Skyward Sword are horrifying and necessary to complete the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not bad. Like, you're in the ring, you're just like, alright, those statues look a little weird. And then you step out of the ring, everything goes red, and they are just coming at you with all they have to murder your spirit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no
And
weapons.
That
no
music kicks in.
The music's horrifying.
It's completely different from any other song on the soundtrack.
Yeah. There's the big guy with his huge, like, mace that chases after you, and you hear his heavy footsteps, or there's the even more unsettling, like, flying ghosts with the big swords that do, like, a scissor motion.
your only solace is to collect the items you have to collect, because that puts them at bay for about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Unless you step in some silver water that looks like mercury, because then they instantly wake back up because you made a noise.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. And
yeah, the Guardians from Skyward Sword are just horrifying, and you don't even care about the item you get after completing it. You're just glad it's over and you don't have to deal with the Guardians again for a while.
One of the creepiest things in all of Pokemon is probably Lavender Town. Like, the music is off-putting. There's that urban legend about, like, game testers and children committing suicide. Like, all the NPCs are just crazy in there, and they're just like, I want your blood, and I'm gonna eat your soul, and
some of them are just like, oh, what's that behind you? And then you get in a battle, and it's just all around creepy.
There's that one, she didn't even fight you. She said, what's that white hand on your shoulder? It's just, what?
And then you get into the tower, and there's the ghost that's a mystery because you don't have the Sylph Scope yet, and it's
all ghosts.
It's just screaming, get out. And
just find these ghosts, unidentified, not even Pokemon. Won't let you catch them. All you can do is, I don't remember if you can battle them, but I know you can run.
I don't know if you can fight them. I know they dodge every Pokeball you throw at them, and you can only run and get out until you get the Sylph Scope, and then you can get yourself a Ghastly, and you see Cubone's mom.
Yeah.
It was just a lonely dead Marowak that was channeling its inner Alolan form before that was even a thing. It's not too often in a game that isn't horror. The horrifying scene happens so early on in the game, but in Final Fantasy VII, it happens almost instantly, basically. I mean, you're in the Shinra building, you're storming the gates, to stop Shinra, and then you get arrested, and you go in prison. Then you're sleeping, and then you wake up, cell's open, and the guard's gone. You go and check on the guard, he's on the ground. And you wake everybody up, and you leave, and then you see blood all over the place.
Yeah.
And the music.
The music's very, very unsettling. Like, you see, it just, I don't know, it makes the blood, seem so real. I mean, and the Genova tank is just busted open with, pools of blood all around it. So Sephiroth just broke in, busted out his mom, and then, broke into your cell and, stared at you, I guess, and left.
Yeah, because there's no other explanation why it was open. And it was kind of like the Metal Gear Solid scene we talked about. It's just, you don't know what happened, just there's bloody mess all over the place.
Yeah.
It was just really unsettling and showed you how much of a force to be reckoned with Sephiroth is from the get-go. And that isn't even his true form. That's only a small fraction of his power.
Another example of a lighthearted, fun adventure that just took a dark turn real quick was Under the Well from Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
It almost didn't fit in that game. And you read on the walls about blood and Hyrule's history and death and war and all this, and that was unsettling enough. The music was really, really creepy. There was a lot of creepy stuff in it. Then you come across all these hands jutting out of the floor.
Yeah,
and
those hands.
If you approach one, it grabs you.
And then Dead Hand pops out.
Dead Hand pops up. Looks like he came from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
He does not look like a Zelda enemy.
He's white. He's covered in blood. He's horrifying.
He's got that weird, crooked neck.
He burrows under the ground and hides there until he grabs you, and then he pops out to come eat you. Dead Hand is without a doubt the creepiest Zelda boss. And the bottom of the well, even with the broken, re-dead infested castle town before that, is still a drastic jump and scary.
There was nothing else equal to that kind of traumatized me as a child when I first encountered Dead Hand at the bottom of the well. That is why it is our #1 pick. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to tell us in the comments what the most horrifying moments in games were for you. Like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. We've been Brotrio. Have a good Halloween.